And because he acted in accordance to what he thought was righteousness, and that was supported by the leaders of the house, it didn't matter. He could not barter off the result of his actions to those that misled him. He couldn't say, okay, I'm not wearing this. I'm not going down with this sin. I'm going to give this over to the Pharisees, the Sadducees, and the chief priests and the elders. There's no way to do that. And that is what people do. People will use you to be the fall guy to their stuff. And how does it stick? Because we're all sovereign. You are born with a crown on your head, friend, that says sovereign. That has nothing to do with anything. It doesn't have anything to do with a birth certificate. I see people on social media, oh yeah, you got to go to court and tell them that you're a indigenous whatever, and you don't want a birth certificate, and you don't want all this kind of stuff. Do you think God cares about that? At the end of the day, do you think he's going to want to see a birth certificate? All of these things are man-made constructs. They are things that legitimize the movement of systems and people in the world. Oil and water. But spiritual systems, spiritual stuff, says that you are born a divine sovereign being with dominion on this plane. You don't need permission to move from one region of this plane to the next as it relates to God in spirit. You are not transgressing the law of God if you move from Alaska to Florida. You are not transgressing the will of God if you move from Maine to Africa. You have divine dominion anywhere on this plane of existence. Yet the matrices, the systems you add on top of that have nothing to do with God, require you to do so because you've agreed to align to that. Two separate systems. And all I'm saying to you is that God's systems will hold you accountable. God's system doesn't care about all of the buffoonery and all of the knick-knack kind of stuff that led you to your deception or how the deception occurred. He doesn't care. He cares about what intelligence you've used to stand in such an authoritative space that God gave you. How do I justify your existence in creating you with such authority when you don't even stand in it? You expect other people to lead you. You should stand in your own authority. If someone comes to you and tries to misalign you against one of your brethren or sistren, regardless of ethnic background or cultural diversity, who cares? You are divinely sovereign to tread upon any area of this plane. All is yours. And that does not begin and end with a skin color. All is yours. And if someone can convince you to war with another person to fulfill their agenda, then all that means is you've allowed that person to partake of your divine sovereignty, or that you've used your divine sovereignty intentionally or unintentionally for wickedness. And you'll have to pay the price for that. It's sad to say, and I know it sounds harsh, but these are the realities of things. How much longer will we in communities allow people to lead us astray?